Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this latest edition of Tales from Outer Space, where I take stories from across the internet and read them for your entertainment. This particular story is called Parenthood, written by Battlelocks_. Once again, we strongly urge you to not interact with these objects, but instead to report them to your local officials for study and potential destruction. Jess snorted. They really think that we're just going to hand this shit up to Area 51. He patted on a scaly metallic surface of the egg fondly. No, sir, not me. I don't know, Jess. Anna Louise sighed. Don't you think that the conveniently timed broadcast has a point? What if it's like one of the movies where the face huggers and all of that? You want to get your face ate? I am not going to get my face ate, woman, Jess said, petting the egg. I know what I'm on about. He flicked off the TV while the broadcaster repeated the anti-egg propaganda. It's an egg, after all. You think a baby's gonna get the best of me? Shoot, I still got most of my fingers, don't I? Yeah, and you never did find the gator that got the other two, Anna Louise said with a steely glare. You think that's such a big brave swamp man, and you can't even get revenge on a gator. Hey, Hercules done earned those fingers, he can keep them. But this ain't no gator. Anna Louise sighed. Whatever. Don't you come crying to me when your face gets ate. I don't want a chestburster getting your innards all over me. She turned and walked away when the egg shifted. Wait, Jess cried. She's hatching! She's hatching! Oh, Lord, give me strength, Anna Louise moaned. A crack formed in the metallic shell, then another. Her beak rammed into the shell, forcing it open incrementally. That's it, he cooed. Easy there, fella. Come on, you can do it. With one last push, the egg completely gave way, and the wet, many-legged figure spilled onto the floor. Gross, Anne-Marie cried. Get that thing out of my kitchen. I don't belong here. Jess ignored her. Easy, buddy, he whispered, as it clawed around in a circle. What you trying to do? He croaked quietly, almost pathetically. Anne-Louise, I think he's hungry, Jess cried. Get him a bowl of stew. Ah, Jess, come on. It's not even ready. Shoot, you think he cares if gumbo's been on the boil for 4 hours instead of 5? Jess scoffed. I hardly care if it's been going that long, and I love a good stew. She sighed. Fine, your loss. She ladled a healthy portion into a nearby bowl and threw it in a scoop of rice for good measure. Hurry, woman, hurry, he said. I don't want my face ate. Give him something else to eat. I'm coming, hold on, she snapped. She hesitated as the creature turned her direction. Easy now. Just set it down in front of him, he said. She placed a bowl on the ground and backed up a step. The creature crawled straight to the bowl, leaving a trail of alien goop behind it. It dove straight in, sucking up the food voraciously. Hey, he's got an appetite on him, Jess said. Easy, son. You gotta breathe. Ah, hush up, Jess. He ain't your son. Despite her words, and Louise seemed mesmerized by the creature. Let me go get a towel and clean the poor thing up. When she returned, the creature had finished the bowl of stew. My, but he was hungry, weren't he? She said. You don't even kill a bull that fast. He's a growing lad, Jess chortled. Only way Jess grows anymore is horizontal. He patted his belly fondly, and Anne-Louise slapped his arm. The creature jolted once, then twice, as though hiccuping. Oh, poor dear, she cried. Here, let me towel you off. She knelt down and began to wipe the fluid from the creature, an act that it seemed to graciously accept. What's the issue, son? Jess asked. Gumbo too spicy for you? Oh, Jess, you should have known better, Anne-Louise said. Ain't no one got to give a gumbo to a baby like that. Oh, please. I was raised in the stuff and I turned out all right, didn't I? Anne-Louise refused to respond as she told off the creature. So, what do we call the thing? He asked. She studied it critically between swipes of the towel. Ain't look like much. Maybe a stick bug, but more black. Maybe if a stick bug went and had a passionate affair with Hercules, he said. Think we call him Hercules Jr.? And we sighed, maybe just Junior for short. Oh, but we ain't keeping him, are we? Woman, you want to leave that poor thing out in the swamp? I didn't think you was that cruel. Oh, we can't leave it alone, but, it's so hideous, though. I scooted off my chair and approached Junior, who turned quizzically to me. Hey, little fella, you're Junior. Is that your name? It sniffed my finger and allowed me to scratch what seemed to be its head. I think that's a yes, Jess laughed. Ah, you'll fit just right in round here. The dog doesn't seem to like him much, Lydia said. The dog doesn't like anything much other than you, Abby snorted. He's been here for what, 6 months now? And he's hardly hurt a fly. What the news? The news says the economy is better than ever, and we all know that that's not true. I'm not saying that everything is fake news and all, but, look at him. Kevin had curled up into a spindly circle and slept most of the day away. It's hideous, Lydia said frankly. It's kinda cute in a creepy alien way, right? No. Look, Lids, I love you, but if you ask me to give this thing up to be experimented on and tortured, Lydia sighed. Oh, that's not what I'm saying. I just, worry, that's all. What's there to worry about? It's harmless so far, Lydia said. But what if it, I don't know, turns evil? You can't tell me it's here by accident. What if it's time to lay weapon or whatever? It's a living being. We're obligated to take care of it. I don't know about that, Lydia said doubtfully. Well, we can't just abandon it. I'm not saying that we need to take care of every last one of these, but this one depends on us now. It'd be no different than abandoning Elle. Elle is fluffy and soft and cuddly. This thing is no less valuable because it's not adorable. Just leave it alone, please. I'm tired of having this conversation. Kevin stood up and stretched. See, now you've woken him up, Abby said. What is it, Kevin? You hungry? Mama, Lydia screamed. Abby dropped to her knees. What did you just say? She whispered. Mama. With a harsh, discordant voice rasped out. Kevin, you can talk, Abby asked. Abby, this thing it's intelligent is what it is, Abby replied, as she gently scratched Kevin's head. This changes, everything. Luca stared at the enormous black ship in the sky. What is it? He whispered. It's our parent, Jonas said. Our real parents. His front legs clicked together nervously. You mean the one who sent you? Yes. He was unusually laconic. What does it mean? Luca asked. Jonas and Sophia glanced at each other. We're not sure, Sophia said, but we have instincts. Instincts that we've had since birth. What are you telling you? They're telling us to kill you. Luca turned to the other two aliens who, by in the past year, had grown to be even larger than himself. Kill me, he asked, backing up a step. Do not worry, Father, Jonas said. We have been suppressing this instinct longer than we've had conscious thought. It comes by nature now. But why? You cared for us, he said. I think we have vague memories of those times. I remember voices saying to turn us in, all of us, and almost none of you did. Instead, you took us in, raised us as your own. You are our parents, not them. Swarming dots began to filter out the ship in the sky. Fighters, Sophia said. They're invading. They anticipate your species to be greatly weakened by us. They're not skilled fighters. They rely on duplicity and sabotage. So, we have a chance? Luke asked. More than a chance, Jonas said. They think we've done our job and killed most of you. They won't expect us to have not done our job. His lanky metallic arms flexed experimentally. And they certainly won't expect us to fight for you. End of story. Story number 2. Surprise will be total. Written by Ouijan Warrior. Warriors of the Empire, rich conquest awaits us. Soon we will emerge from ghost space and into orbit around a recently discovered planet. The voice of the commander reverberated in the large assault bays of the Imperial fleet as more and more warriors made their way from the cold sleep racks to the mustering points. Atmosphere consists of about 1/5 fire air and almost 4/5 noxious air. Temperatures and climate is acceptable for almost 1/3 of their landmass. The native sentients are mammalian and bipedal, with a moderate gender dysmorphia. In every bay of the fleet assembled, fighters were too busy preparing their arms or greeting old friends. Almost no one was listening to the drone of the voice. Early studies on recovered specimens indicates physiological compatibility, but no risk of hybridization. A number of the assembled warriors gathered around the planet maps displayed on the walls, studying the massive glaciers. Sublight reconnaissance teams report that their native culture is tribal and static. The local sentients are tool users, yes, but manufacture their tools from rocks and vegetation. The soil is rich but uncultivated. The vase shook as the mighty vessels got closer to the interface between ghost space and normal space. Spears, clubs, stone maces, and unsubstantiated reports of muscle-powered elastic launching devices. Some of the inexperienced warriors paled as the buffeting got worse. As the mighty vessels closed on the interface, exiting ghost space in 700 beats, each vessel will deorbit immediately and independently and proceed to their designated landing zones. Slowly, the warriors formed into ranks. First skirmishers flanked each side of the heavy fighters. Surprise will be total. Our arms will be unmatched. Our position will be fragmented and uncoordinated. Experienced warriors checked their flints and made sure their prisons were closed. Less experienced warriors tested the edges of their swords. Complete pacification is projected in 7 cycles. Ship turnaround will take 10 cycles, at which point excess warriors will be shipped out. The Empress herself and the colony fleet will arrive in 25 cycles. Nausea swept through the bays as the ships broke into end space and, with nary a pause, the buffeting of ghost space interface was replaced by the buffeting of atmospheric braking. Remember, warriors of the Empire, the eye of the Empress is upon you. What do you mean? The voice resonated just before the audio cut out. Artificial satellites. End of story. I would quickly like to thank our Tier 5 patrons, Dragzoon WRE, Quantum Wednesday, Ambrose Cattell, Lord Ashrakal, Bushmaster 177, Casper Arnholtz, Cam Maxwell, and Arcadian. Thank you very much.